Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of March 2022. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Also, although I am reading for March, you could be feeling these energies whenever you view this video. It's when you're drawn to the video that you are meant to hear its message. So let's begin. I feel as though somebody ended this relationship. I feel like it is the other person that ended the relationship, and I feel it is their energy I'm picking up here, and that this person, although they did end it, they ended it in a moment of like how would you say, like oh my God, it's like a moment of passion, but not the kind you want. So it's like they were very passionate about whatever was bothering them, and they lost control. It's like an inner it's like emotions that were contained that rose up and they exploded. They lost control because the Emperor is in the reverse. And they may have done something, said something that was very hurtful. It's like in the moment they became judge and jury on the situation, on the relationship, because they felt uncared for or unloved, or that you were keeping them in the dark. They could have thought that they knew the truth in that moment, and they were judge and jury. But in effect, you know, and this is what caused this separation, the break. In effect, they may not have been being honest themselves, and they actually ended up hanging themselves without realizing it, you know. But they did realize it after, because after we see the regret. They may have also tried some type of strategy or move, deceptive move, thought they were being real clever, you know, in order to find out if you truly cared about them. Which in effect ended up here, like they may have thrown the gauntlet. Anyway, it resulted in this separation. They're hurting this person. There's regret over this loss. Yep, there's regret now. I feel like they turned you down, they ended it, or because we have this, see this Four of Cups, and he's rejecting that. He's pouring that water into the earth. So he's rejecting, he's pouring it back or giving it back, not happy with it. I feel like, so he put himself in this, 1 minute, I'll be right back. My dog wants down, I'll have to put him down. 1 second. Sorry about that. So he put himself in this position. He actually did it all. In effect, it's like I said earlier, it's like he hung himself, you see. There he goes. And he didn't see it coming. He was looking back at what he did, you know. He knew what he was doing here. He knew what he was doing. So maybe this really was some effort or deception on his part to find out if you really cared. I mean, that's a strong possibility of what I'm picking up here. And now regrets his actions because he did in fact hang himself and is now experiencing the pain of this loss. And he wants to reach out to you. He's trying to understand what happened, or trying to understand the connection, he's seeking understanding in the hangman energy. He's also feeling, or, I mean, just a sec as I keep getting things. He made an action. He gave an ultimatum. And then he goes into the hangman to wait for a sign. And I mean, that's what I'm hearing. And maybe he's feeling defeated. Look how his hands are hanging. He's not understanding it because nothing's happening, maybe. And so he's sending off that bird. The bird's not flying to him. It's flying away from him. So he wants to send off a message. He really does. So maybe he regrets the deception, or maybe he regrets the action that he did that has caused this loss, this grief, this pain. Maybe, yeah, but see, maybe he made a sacrifice, and maybe that was for him, it was some type of sacrifice. He was risking sacrificing that relationship, but he has an ego, so he would have confidently thought that you to come. He was waiting for a sign. So he would have had that, oh, well, there, you know, she's definitely going to come. She's definitely going to come. Right? But when she didn't, well, then, you know, the real grief began, I feel. There were a lot of issues, but there were a lot of issues, heartbreak, but this person, I feel, was carrying a wounded heart, you know, and it's the wounded heart that reacted. And I feel that with the card of justice here, it's like they decided. They decided. You see how the arms are crossed? So they decided that, you know, that was the truth, and they were judge and jury. You were guilty. That it, you know, it was your fault. All these issues in this relationship, or that were there, they were your fault. Because they were hurting. So they, you know, they walked away from the relationship, but they're carrying the burden of it. And there's a realization here. They now see the truth. I see that here. So they walked away. They now realize what they lost. And they're sitting right now in the consequences of an action that they took. This is the consequence of the action that they took. I feel like this person wants to reach out. They want to clear things up. They want to speak the truth. You see, because all along, this person had a secret. And the secret was that they loved you and that they wanted this relationship. But you see, they were afraid you didn't love them. And that comes from a wound. And the ego, well, you know, that's just their protection, way of protecting themselves. And I feel like they're just so tempted to go charging in to try to heal. They want to heal the relationship. They want to heal their own broken heart. But, you know, they're looking for signs again. They're looking for signs. Is there still life here? This person holds valuable information that you don't have. In the past, the emotion drove this person. They didn't have all the facts, you know, and they were not taking responsibility with justice there. They weren't taking responsibility for their part in all of these issues, you know. But I feel like there's a realization of that. There's a realization of a truth. They're here in the Page of Swords energy and the Nine of Swords, Queen of Cups, Ten of Wands again. Here it is. Over here, see? They're carrying the burdens surrounding a breakup, Page of Cups in the reverse. Or surrounding, not just a breakup, but the way it happened. Them leaving the way they did. It was very, very emotional. This Hermit here says that this person, and I feel that this person has shed light on a past event for, and this is for wisdom for a future decision, which they are going to make, which they are in the process of working out, because this page is trying to come up with the right formula. Okay? So, because he's very worried, you know, he's got a lot of inner demons to deal with. But he wants to heal. Look where the hand is, to heal the wound. He's trying to think his way through this. It's going to require a leap of faith. And he has a lot of fears when it comes to leaps of faith because of the wound. When it comes to actually, you know, taking his heart, you know, and placing it in somebody else's hands. That's where the problem comes in. That's where the Nine of Swords comes in. That's what makes him afraid. Because he likes to be in control. And placing his heart in your hands means he's no longer in control. So opening up to you and admitting to certain truths, you know, he becomes vulnerable. And so it's difficult for him. But he will do it. You will see from this person a sudden appearance. They will appear quite suddenly back into your life, or you will get a sudden message from this person. You know, it will take you by surprise. There is a renewed interest in bringing this relationship back to life, into healing it. This person never wanted this ending. They never did. They never wanted it. You are their Ten of Cups. And they are very passionate about this offer, about you, and about wiping the slate clean and starting again. And that's what we see here, you know. In the dice, it's like they have to step into the unknown. They have to take that risk. They have to place their heart in your hands. So they're going to have to get over their fear and do that. Stepping into the unknown. So they do come forward. We see it here in the dice with the Fool and the Page of Cups and that Six of Swords. They are coming forward with an apology for the action they took in the past. And I feel for not having taken the responsibility, you know, for not having taken responsibility for their part in all of those issues. Communication is coming. So, sudden change, sudden change, like a sudden twist in this story. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.